Hello, this is Rebecca, and today I am back with a video on painting my recollection planner with a image. And so I recently watched a Periscope video by Precious to Me, and I was completely inspired by her junk journal that she created using a recollection ring bound binder. And basically she made it into her inspiration business planner, and it was exactly something that I would love to do, and I think it would really help to just kind of be able to have a place to put all the things that make you happy, and you look at it and you're inspired. And so I wanted to create that onto this green recollection planner. And actually what I've done is I went ahead and covered the front of it with just gesso. And I wanted to show you real quick, I created this one last night. I did kind of a step-by-step on my Instagram feed, and did a video of me creating this. And this is actually a bando planner, and I was actually going to not use this planner anymore this year because the front of it, all the wording had come off. My this band right here had a big ink stain, and not that that really matters, but it's just like I don't know, I was just kind of like, oh, this planner looks really beat up, and I've only carried it, I think I carried it for like 3 months. And so but I liked it. I liked the pages. I love the feel of it. And so I had bought me a new planner, and then I was looking at some old dates, and I realized, oh, I want to go back to my bando. And then knowing that I've seen that video, I was like, heck, I'm going to paint it. I'm going to try to paint it. Now, my only downfall with this one, I think, was that I used a chalky paint instead of gesso. I used this chalk ivory paint, and a big mistake because it's chalky and it was flaking, and it could easily basically peel off. And so after I painted her, I put a seal coat of the stuff I use on my canvases, which is this instant decoupage matte. And what I like about this, it's not sticky, and I really like this. I use this on all my canvases. So I ended up coming back through here. I got a little impatient last night because I wanted to put a coat on, and I started smearing. Even my ink smeared, which the pen itself states that it's waterproof. But this is what I kind of use on my outlines, but I always do it after the fact. And me coming back in here and putting on that decoupage started smearing. So I left it alone overnight, and then I came back this morning, and I ever so lightly kind of put it heavy amount, but not doing big brush strokes. So I think it turned out cute. I love the way it, it's fine if it's messed up a little bit. It's kind of a shabby chic look anyway. And so and then I went in and I hand sewed this little ribbon on top of the elastic band, and then I just added this cute little clips. I am in love with using these little hair type clips on my planners now. And so I just put that on there, and I have it, and I'm so excited. I love it. It makes me smile, and I just think it's so pretty for this bando, and I feel that I can use my bando again. So so basically I came in here and I wanted to do one of my 3 ring binders. I had actually pulled out one of my Webster pages, and I was going to do it, but I don't know, I was kind of more hesitant, I think, because it's kind of a shiny. And then I love green too, so I thought green would be kind of a pretty color to work with. So what my plan is on this video, because it's going to take a while to do a painted image, is to I have my heater running in the background, even though it's warm enough where you don't have to have the heater on. But I'm going to paint, and then I'm going to put it in front of the heater, and then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to be doing in this binder. And I do want to let you know that I am completely inspired by Precious to Me. If you want to go check her out on Periscope, her little planner just had me in awe last night as I kind of watched the replay of it. But I was like, oh my gosh, this is what I want to do. So anyway, so that's kind of the background on this, and I really am looking forward to putting this together and having it for my inspiration planner for my business, and just a place to put things that are creative and inspiring. And one of the things, I'm going to draw while I'm talking to, one of the things that she talked about in her in her video was that she kind of came out with an idea, and then from the idea she kind of like what she wanted to see in her planner. And so I did that last night as I was sitting thinking about, you know, what inspires me, what do I want to see in my planner as well. So I made a little list, which she did the same thing too, and it was this I put out floral, sparkle, adventure, and sweet. You know, I started kind of doing paintings. I started doing like my cupcake girls, and this year I'm actually going to be bringing, I have a series of 5, and I'm actually going to be bringing 2 of these into a kit. So it's always been fun for me to do things with cupcakes and things like that. So I wanted to include that kind of stuff in in my in this planner. Now I wanted to kind of do a girl. I did one through that Words to Live By with a braid, and she's one of my favorite girls. I think I might have to extend out her shoulder a little bit, but she's just one of my favorite out of the cards. If you didn't see the kit, I'm going to actually be listing the cards to be sold separately. They're little journal cards. And I did one with a braid, and she's just so cute. Let me see if I can, I think I have them. I think I've used her in one of my planners, but I was going to see if I could show you the other girls that I have here. This was part of, I did 4x4 cards, and they were words to live by, and everything was about what words I chose for the year. And so these are just something, look at this is one of my favorite ones, a little bee. But I did one with a braid down the side, and I love her. It's just like she's so pretty, and so I kind of wanted to do the same kind of image. So I have that. Maybe my chin looks too boxy there. And so I'm just going to go here and use acrylic paint. I'm going to probably kind of like also use some watercolors as well. But I'm going to start out with using some different paints here. Let's see here. In this planner, one of the things I want to do is really have whimsical colors. You know, everything I do pretty much has colors anyway, but I really wanted to I almost kind of wanted to do something that didn't have as many colors, I guess, or more of a, I guess, because I saw, I guess what it was I saw in Celeste, which she's the precious to me, when I saw her do hers, she had, not that she didn't have colors, but I noticed she had some antique lace, which I'm going to show you what she did with the antique lace later. But it was really like the cream. And when I went and pulled out my lace that I had, she made these cute little tabs with it. I only had like purple. I had some cream, I had purple, and I had a green. And so that's when I started thinking, you know, I'm going to do something that's, you know, has pretty colors in it as well. Lots of colors. I'm a pretty colorful person anyway, so it just kind of made sense to continue with that versus me trying to, because this is going to be, you know, what inspires me, and hopefully has some ideas, and as I see things that I, you know, pick up here and there, I can just clip into this planner And I'll kind of let you in on one of the things I'm pretty excited about is, you know, I use a lot of Echo Park Paper Company products in all my kits. Almost all my kits uses the die cuts, and I kind of theme my kits around a lot of, it just, for the times that I've been doing the kit, they flow together. And I looked at their newest releases that are coming out, and they're having an Alice in Wonderland, and I am so excited. So I've never really kind of done character art, but I'm really excited to start. I'm going to do a canvas with Alice, and so usually I don't say that because what if it turns out ugly? You know, or not ugly, I guess I should say turns out something that I'm not crazy about, but I'm really looking forward to creating that kit and making it really, really cute and special. So now you know to look for a Alice in Wonderland kit. It'll probably be early summer or late spring when I'll have that kit come out. So basically I'm just gonna have, I'm doing the first layer, and you know it's kind of rough here, it's not perfect, and I think that's what's fun about doing this art this way too, is it doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it makes you smile when you look at it. Because I know last night when I was working on that one kit, that one planner, I was like mad at myself a little bit. Of course, it was getting on to be 1 o'clock in the morning, but that was when I was inspired. But I was a little disappointed because I had my the ink started to run, and I was like, oh, I'm so disappointed. It's like, I'm not going to be able to use this. And it's like, no, you can use it. You don't have to have everything just ideally perfect for your planner. I mean, for the cover, you know, especially for that's what it is. It's whimsical art, and it's what you love. It's what makes you smile and makes you happy. I was going to do a yellow shirt, but I think I'm going to do pink. Just because I'm going to have, of course, pink is my signature color. And I'm going to have pink throughout this planner, so pink is what makes me smile, makes me happy. It's so funny when I just said that, my daughter, I love hearing it because she's, you know, she just turned 12. And she's so funny because she'll say, I just like it because it makes me happy. It makes me smile. And I'm like, you know, that's all that matters, is if it makes you happy and it makes you smile, then go with it. So, okay, so I'm just going to come in here, finish doing this little rough area of pink here. And I use, the acrylic paint that I'm using is just what I get from my local craft shop, which is Hobby Lobby. Okay, so I've got the first layer on. It's already drying really, really well, which that makes me happy, is that it's drying. But I'm going to go ahead and set it in front of my space heater over here and let it start really drying here. That way I don't have to do my heat gun, which is all noisy. Okay, so while I'm letting it dry in between, I'm going to show you real quick what I plan on putting into my junk journal inspiration business kit. So I had this little box that I kind of made some little tabs that, and what I liked about Celeste's idea too was not to necessarily put in, you know, notes, calendar, because this isn't going to be really that type of planner. It's going to be more like a junk journal planner's inspiration. And so I made these little tabs that say, share your gifts with the world, grace, wander, shine your light, amazing girl, love, and then I put some paper clips in here as well. These are from Chamel's line. There's stars and there's unicorns, and I guess that's another star. And then this was a little stamp, because I love little bicycles, and this was a little stamp that I received in a Happy Mail, and so I just put in there as well as part of what I want to include. And then this is a card that is part of some of the art that I've done. So I just kind of started pulling things, and at first I was like, I don't really have that much stuff, and oh my gosh, I found boxes of stuff that I've received through Happy Mail that I've liked, that I've saved, and so I'm like, I have more than enough stuff to put in here. But this is the line from Chamel. I wish I knew the name of it, but this is her cute little, it's got a lot of crafty little things in there, like you're capable of amazing things. It has a paintbrush, it has a rainbow, it has Glitter Girl on there. So I love this. Think Crafty Glitter Girl. It's so cute. She's winking. So I definitely want to include all those items. And then I purchased these a while back. May have been last year. But they're washi strips made out of material. It's kind of like that real sticky backing. And then I have, of course, some scriptures and things like that from when I order things from the Happy Marigold. I also wanted to include just little, I love stuff like this that has different feels to it. And this looks like, I think I bought like some vintage paper products. And this little ice cream bar kind of goes, packaging kind of goes with my sweet theme. And then I found this also in my stash. This is just a bunch of little Bo Bunny journal pages, cut pages that I thought I could include. This card I thought it was so adorable, but I probably will like cut it and like punch it and put it in the planner. It kind of goes with a sweet theme. One of my business cards. This is a card I received. I just love that print. I thought I could like use it somewhere in there. Another card, this is from Reveille. She was the one who first inspired me to do mixed media art, and so Give Your Dreams a Loving Home, and I just love this. And I had ordered some cards from her, so I've saved that for a long time. Got one of my little cupcake girls, some journal cards. I was thinking about actually pulling these out and maybe painting these more of a brighter color. I love the butterflies. It kind of goes with the garden theme, florals and things, but I think I want to add a little bit more color to mesh with the rest of the planner. So I might put that out and then do that in between drying of the pages. More journal cards, some hearts, just some of the things that as I was going through, I just pulled those out. Share your gifts with the world. I really feel like, you know, this is a gift from God with my creativity, and I really feel like every time I come out here to create, or I do a video, or I post pictures on Instagram, you know, I want to inspire others to definitely paint and do what they want. I guess to me, painting gives me peace, and so whether it's painting or gluing things or adding washi or making your planner pretty, I really wanted to. I just want to kind of keep that in my mind when I'm creating things and doing videos and sharing those with people on and followers on Instagram and those kind of things. This is an Alec Edwards quote that I ordered from one of her packs. It says, "It is not joy that makes us grateful, it is gratitude that makes us joyful." It's so true. Some little cards. I got some little rainbow stickers, some unicorn stickers. These I thought I could use as my, possibly my, my brain just went, dividers. There we go. This is a vintage card. I love that image. It's so pretty. So I thought I could, I've had this for a long time. I've had these two things for this, I know I've had for a really long time. So it's just stuff that I've saved that I thought would be pretty. This was from my sister, and so I just love that envelope. I thought I could insert it in there and even maybe put a journal card on where my name is. And then just some more pretty cards. I love this paper from the Reset Girl. I found this bag. I obviously love the bag. It's floral, and I thought, well, maybe I could punch holes in it and put that in there. Some more Bicycles for Adventure. I love this print, so I thought that would be kind of cute to include in there. I may have to do some working on that because it's so large I have to cut it down. I've got this heavy, what do you call it? It's I can't think of the word of it now, but I have this heavy paper, starts with an A, sorry. But anyway, it has polka dots. They're actually velvet polka dots, so I thought that would be kind of cute to cut down and put in there as well. And then I bought these at a 5 and dime store called Dudley's in Fredericksburg, and they're just the old-fashioned stationery, so I thought that would be really cute, maybe to add as pages for writing my notes and dreams and things on. So yeah, so that's just kind of some of the stuff that I've pulled out of my stash to include. Let's see how we are on this. Okay, she looks really good. She's drying. I see there's a little pink on her shirt, but she's actually drying pretty good, pretty quickly. I'm just going to stick that under there just to get some. Oops. Ooh, my paint went crazy here. Sometimes it does that. I think it's just that since my studio is out in, not necessarily in the elements, but it's kind of out where it has not constant temperature. I think it messes with my paint sometimes. So anyway, I'm just going to come in here and add another coat to her, and that way I can cover up the lines and really, I'm going to take my glasses off because sometimes I can see better. Yes, call age, but I see better up close without my glasses on, and that way I'm not looking underneath them. So yeah, so once I saw this done, I think I've seen a few years ago. I think Miss Brimble's did some clouds on her planner, on her blue planner, her Webster pages, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I was just freaked out about what if I don't like it, and then, you know, here I painted over it. But after I saw Celeste do it, it just thought, oh, I can do that. And then also, you know, I used to be a ring binder girl, ring planner, not binder, ring planner. I guess it could be a binder. But since I've gone to my, like a bando, and then I also use my traveler's notebook. This year I'm not using it as a calendar, but in the past I got away from the ring bound. Not that I don't love them, but I just started using other things. So, okay. So there's her hair. And basically what I'm going to do is kind of come through here and put a couple coats on. I think I was doing a little bit darker color for her shirt. And then I'll start doing decorative around the cover, because we may be here all night if I keep going too slow. I'll drink a coffee really quick. I know it's kind of late to be drinking coffee, but something about painting and drinking coffee to me just goes hand in hand. Now when I'm doing some of my canvases, which I do want to create a canvas online and post it, when I'm doing, mostly I'm doing their clothes, or that's one of my favorite things about doing the bigger canvases and outfits. You get to kind of dress them and pick out their clothes. You can create their hair color. If you notice, I do a lot of pink hair. I love that. It's kind of, you live through your images of your girls. But I use a lot of like papers. So like her shirt would be actually, you know, like a cardstock paper or something like that. And I would go in there and cut it out and cut the bows from papers, do all of that, which I really like. It's fun to do that. There's something about when you cut papers, it just feels good. Let's see if I can find another paintbrush up here that I could go over. I like those flat, kind of those flat edges paintbrushes when I'm doing the bigger areas, getting your base down. Now I've been experimenting, and I'm going to try to use some on this painting here, but I've been experimenting with, I just picked them up, so I think I've used them a couple of times on a journaling page, and then I used some on the on her last night, is the Jane Davenport watercolor pencils. It's pretty neat. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, but I think what I'm going to do is while that's drying up here, I'm going to kind of start doing the background a little bit. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to do some florals. And just kind of, that kind of turned out a little wonky. But just to kind of get the background going too, because I know we don't want to, you know, to try to get that working as well. I love this color. It's called Indian Turquoise. It's such a pretty color. I really find myself using this a lot, especially in the summer months. The flower turned out a little wonky, but it's okay. It's easily fixed here. Okay. Okay, I had to stop for just a second. I received a call from my son. He's on the side of the road. He has a flat tire, and he was asking me about changing it, so I hope he's okay. I'm in a nervous wreck now, but I just don't. I get so nervous with kids and driving and those kind of things. So anyway, so I'm going to try to come in here, and while this her face and hair and stuff are drying, I'm going to come in here and do some florals along the edging here. Like that, just to kind of start doing some decorative around the outside. Now what I probably will do is come in here and also do some outlining. I think I'm going to put little florals on her shirt as well. But I think I'm going to come in here and do some, eventually do some outlining with the black. But I was a little disappointed in the in that one pen that I showed you earlier, that what do you call it, the Micron, and so I may have to do a different kind of pen on for the outline. Okay, so I think I'm going to do like an orangey flower on this side here. love this color orange too. It's more like a burnt orange. There we go. Okay, I just had to turn it off again because I'm, like I said, it's so hard now for me to concentrate because I've got that call from my son and my mind's going, is he okay? Did he change the tire okay? So I do apologize. But anyway, I turned the camera off for just a second to give him a call real quick to see if he was doing okay, but he didn't answer, so. This flower I'm kind of making a little boxy. Like that. And again, I'll come in here and we're going to do some real pretty different outlines and add more color and make it really pretty. Okay. So, I think with this, I'm going to make one, just kind of run off the side here like that. Okay. I think I need to add a little bit more blue over here, but we're gonna kind of let it rest for just a minute and see. Come in here with my, give her little shape here. Okay, so the next thing I need to come in here and give her, this is where I'm going to come in and use the watercolor marker. And I'm going to kind of come in here and add a little bit of shading in using this. These are called the mermaid markers. Just like that. See how pretty that turned out? Just enough to add some shading in there to this red hair. I love red hair. It's so pretty. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead in here and add her eyes. I always like to do little heart-shaped lips. And we'll put in, go ahead and get her lips painted here. Use a pretty fine point. So pretty. Okay. And add some. I'm going to go with a little bit. Okay. All these interruptions. No, that was my daughter. She was going, oh, are you still filming? So, I'm going to put her little cheeks on. Let's see. There we go. Got her cheeks ready to go. And then, let's see here. I think at this point, And this is kind of where I kind of go back and forth, because sometimes I let, you know, it rest and then I'll work on some other bits and pieces. And I'm going to come in here and just kind of add some greenery. Onto her page here with for the flowers. Just kind of, this to me, I don't have a way of explaining my thought process, but I just kind of like want them all to kind of flow together. Actually, I was sitting here thinking, what could I like write over here that would really bring it all together. What kind of word would I use? There. It's really coming together. I think it looks really pretty. I'm going to add a flower in here. And do just that. Okay. So, she's looking very pretty. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is get the black. Maybe I should kind of add a, I think I'll do another little blue flower here. Okay, that was my husband interrupting me. I swear. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on at all times. It's funny, I can be in here in my area, not filming, and no one pays any attention to me. But the minute I start filming, it's, what are you doing? Are you still filming? So anyway, I just kind of think it's kind of funny that how it works out sometimes. I'm not really crazy about this blue flower, you guys, but I'm going to try to work with it the best I can. Kind of made it a little wonky, but we're gonna do our best with it. So, but I did want to kind of add a little blue one over here. Like that. Just like that. Okay, so I think we're gonna keep working on these flowers a little bit here. Oops, did I just drop a water on here? Okay, so I think I'm gonna take this white and go in to here. Now what my plan is that once I get this covered painted, I plan on coming in here and doing another video once I get it filled up too. And that way I'll do a little flip through. And I think I'm going to go in and look at some more ideas. I love getting new little ideas because it just keeps your inspiration flowing. When you have sometimes it takes seeing what other people what other artists and what other art crafty people are doing, and it inspires you to kind of do something, you know, get your inspiration going, get your creative mind flowing. So I'm just gonna kind of come in here and get different paints and add. Oh, there's that big drop of water. I knew, I thought I saw it. Let me get a little piece of paper towel. Blot it off there. I'm kind of curious to see, I hope this acrylic, this gesso background really helps the paint. Sometimes I like adding little hearts too. And being that it's so close to Valentine's, it seems like the hearts kind of come out a little bit more. Okay. So, I'm going to come in here, and I think I'm going to actually use some black acrylic paint, which was tricky for me to find last night. Oh, here it is. See, I put somehow the black came off at the top, and so I thought it was white paint. And I'm like, okay, where's my black? And if y'all have been watching my videos for a while, the case of the missing black, the case of the missing black paint happened a while back too, and what happened was that I couldn't find it because of the the top had come off, so it looked like it was white when you looked at all my paint. Okay, so this is going to be kind of tricky. I want to make sure I have a very fine point. Maybe I should use this one. I think I'm going to use this one instead, because this is kind of where I need to be very steady, because it's her eyes. Turned out pretty good, and I've kind of been adding little bitty eyelashes on the end here. Just kind of gives it a more little whimsical look to it. It's so pretty. And instead of the black pen, I think I'm going to use paint to do, and I might do that to do my outlining as well. Oops, I'm messing up over here. That's okay. I didn't let that paint dry, so my hand's getting all in it. Okay, so I don't want to mess up her little face. I'm going to show you that. I usually, when I'm doing my canvases, I'll use, what do you call, my watercolor pencils. But this Jane Davenport, this beach color, it's been working really good for the shadowing of her skin. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do with the pencil. Okay. And I feel like her hair still needs some more color added to it, so I'm going to kind of come in here with another shade of red and see if this will do the trick. If not, we'll have to see something else that might work, which I'm not seeing that big of a difference. I wonder if I came in with a kind of a darker brown maybe. Let's see what this does. doesn't really match her hair at all, but I'm kind of looking to add some different texture, some, you know, get the more of the development of the braid. And then I think if I come in here, okay, now we had to put the vacuum cleaner on. Okay. So it kind of looks grayish. I know it looks grayish brown, but we're gonna, after it dries, I'm gonna come back in here with the red, and then I'm gonna do some black, black to the actual, what do you call it? To her outline, to kind of outline her hair as well. So in the meantime, I'm going to come in here and add some shadowing to the plants. This green is not wanting to mix very well. It's one I don't use very often, and so it's not mixing up. There we go. And this is just kind of adding some different colors in here. Now for the background, for the white, I do want to add some colors. To the background here. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's hair, I guess, from something. I'm just going to kind of do some shadowing on her outfit here, her shirt, using the watercolor. These are very pigmented. I like them. A friend of mine, I need to send her a message back because I put it on my Insta story when I bought these. She said, let me know how they are. I heard that she's heard different things about them. That pink makes her hair look pretty. And so she's heard that they kind of explode. And I haven't had any issues yet. This is only like the third project I've used it on, so they're fairly new. Let's see something in here. Just kind of add them to. I do feel like I need something over in that area. Like a word or something. I wonder how, I haven't tried this purple. Let's see what it looks like. And then how you do this is you take this little ring off, and then when you punch it back through, you can hear it opening up the seal. And then I kind of squeeze on them a little bit to get that ink down, flowing down, and then I use my paper towel to kind of dab it to really see how concentrated. Like this purple's really, really dark, so I don't think I'm going to want to use it on the background. But like on that other planner, I did use this yellow. As a background. But I just don't know what I feel comfortable with. To do the for her background, because these are very, very dark. watercolors. Wow. Really pops out. Alright, I may have to think about this. A lot of times when I do some of my art, I always say, well, let me have it think. It needs to think. It needs to, sometimes it needs to, oh, I know, it needs to rest is what I call it. So I'm just going to kind of just continue adding little bits to these little flowers to give them a little bit more detail. And then that way they look, you can see where my little, not allowing it to dry, I've kind of like got green over here. But again, like I said, this is really just a fun, just a really fun project. It's something to make you whimsical and think, and bring inspiration. I have to pick a little bit more darker to do that. Like I said, I might have to come back in here with the pen. Okay, well, what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to see how this worked on here. Seems to be doing pretty good. Yeah, it seems to be working actually really good on here. Whoops. Colored out of the lines there. Wow. Pretty impressed. I'm going to have to come in here and work on her chin line a little better. But you have the idea. I'm also going to kind of come in here and think about the background since it's so white. I'm really thinking of doing like a green, but the planter's green, so maybe I'll do like a lighter pink. But we'll kind of go messed up over here again. I'll put my hand in the black ink, so I might come in and fix that a little bit, repaint over it, no big deal. But you kind of get the idea, and I'll come back in and do a flip through video of the planner when it's complete. For more inspiration, please, I'll leave her information below, but she's got a great Periscope video on how she created her planner, and then also her flip through, and that's Celeste with Precious to Me. So I'm gonna stop for now. I'm just outlining as I've been talking, but I will come back and do a little flip through video. I'm going to work on thinking about painting the background, work on our chin line, do a little bit more outlines, fill her up, and then stay tuned, and hopefully I'll be back with the video sometime this week and show you the complete. If not this week, like I said, I'm not rushing this project, but I will come back and show you my results. Well, thanks for watching, and thanks for being patient with me on interruption, and my mind's still thinking about my son, so we're going to see where he's at. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.